5-2. Fade away, jumper for three, attempt made by Javante Long. It's no good. Give the ball right back now to the Warriors. Looking and got it. Number 23, Curtis L.B. Jr. for 2 points.
And East Wake is just outrunning Clayton right now.
So it's now 7-2. Freeman with the ball. Just got it from Howard. Freeman up and over, turns it over, give it back to East Wake. Freeman says, where's the foul? Couldn't get there in time. He turns it over now. It'll be a turnover on East Wake. It'll be Comets ball. Very fast-paced here in the early going.
Yeah, definitely. East Wake come out running.
This is for the number 1 spot in the Greater News 3A. Marlon Lee and the Lady Comets pulled it off for their spot at the number 1 seed. Let's see if Denny Medlin and the Varsity men can do the same here for the nightcap here at Jeff Adams Gymnasium on Community Radio Network. Freeman! Fake! Sets it! Got it back! Capitalize! It's good! Freeman 4 points now in the first period.
Excellent drive in there, and then an even better play to get your own rebound and throw it back up for those second chance points.
Only down by 3, 7-4. Coming up on halfway through the first period. So attempt made by Vic to Holman. Holman will go up for the basket. Up and no good. Turnover. Give it back to the Comets. Rush with the ball. Rush to Howard. Howard under the net. He's set there and he goes in for 2. 1 foul on Howard, but 2 points now for Shakir Howard. 1 point game. East Wake out in front over Clayton. 7-6 here. Coming up on halfway through the first period. Attempt made by Vic. Vic goes for a floater into 2. Basket up. No good. Give it back to Clayton on the rebound. Javante Long sets it up. Looking. Now they'll reset. Give it back to Rush. Rush will now hand it back over to Freeman. Freeman back to Rush again. Rush just came back after an injury a couple of weeks ago and twisted his ankle. Still has that brace on his left ankle. Back to Shakir Howard. Back to Long. Now back to Rush. Rush will go in. Basket and one!
Excellent play there. Excellent play. Finished strong on the shot.
Foul on number 24. That is Crudup. 2 shots. Basket up and no good. So 2 shots, a 2-pointer. Foul, couldn't capitalize on the extra point, so a basket of 1 does not go. An attempt made for a 3-pointer by Crudup, but it's up and no good. And now the Comets are out by 1, 8-7. Last touch by East Wake. It is Comets ball.
No, it looks like they're giving
it's going to get the Warrior ball.
I don't envy the refs
8-7
in those situations.
Yes. Crudup with the ball. Under 3 minutes now remaining in the first period. Crudup goes back to Vic, looking inside to Mercer. Mercer goes back inside to Vic again. Turns it over. Back to Holman. Holman goes back, looking under the basket. Set up. And travel called.
Yeah.
Travel called on Ellaby. Ellaby calls for a travel. It's turnover. East Wake. Give it back to the Comets. And number 4, Elijah Shepard's coming in. Eight to 7. Number 20, Elijah Sanders coming in for a rest. This game coming out on the wire. Backup court is going to be Comets ball. It's Roosh with the ball. Mason Roosh gives it back. Now to Bell, or to Jaquan Ross, actually. Bell was there. Tried to go for 2. No good. Attempt by Freeman. Give it back to East Wake on the rebound. Back to Crudup. Sets it up now to Holman. Holman, top of the key. Defense is now on Sanders and Shepard. Block made by Mercer. Mercer throws another block. Attempt made for a 3. Oh, it's no good. Holman's shot no good. Their air ball, if you want to call it that. The Comet Hard Hats are showing their displeasure there. The East Wake players behind us. And it's going to be 8-7, a 1-point game. And here comes Freeman. He'll carry it on his own. Turn it over. Last touch by East Wake. It'll be Comets ball, Daniel Moore.
Awesome, good deal. And, you finally getting the lead here and finally getting your feet under you if you're Clayton.
Comet bring it back inbound, led by Jaquan Ross. Back to Freeman under the top of the key. Sets it up now over the free throw line. Back to three-point shots made by Rushin. Turned it over. He turned it over to Mercer. Mercer was there. Mercer attempts and throws it in on the fader. Back to number 23, Ellaby.
Good pass in there, created that opportunity for East Wake.
That's 4 points now on Ellaby. And we got a foul called here. And it'll be against East Wake.
So count the basket, send him to the line. Get a chance to the old-fashioned.
Foul on number 11 of Mercer. Freeman will go to the line and he will shoot. 1-and-1. Misses his basket. Back up court. Roosh back with the ball. Ooh. Good defense there. Turns it over. Attempt made for three. Number 3. R.J. Vick, a three-point shot, and it's good. 10 to 12. East Wake back up by 2.
Excellent pass there to set up that opportunity. Noticed his man was wide open and got it to him.
Comet with the ball. Justin Bell back inside to Freeman from Roosh. Rush will go in. Here comes Freeman. Fader, jumper in for 2. 6 points now on B.J. Freeman here in the first period. 1:20 remaining in regulation. Clock still ticks away. Oh, we got a good one here. It's just in the first period. Ooh, another attempt made up. Going. Shot attempt. Going Mercer. Mercer three-man pressure. Whistle and a foul. Basket and 1. They're going to call it on Freeman.
Big
foul on Freeman. Basket and 1.
Big play by Mercer.
Mercer has the opportunity to make it a basket and 1 play, and he will. 3 points now after the basket and 1 for Javon Mercer. 6'5" power forward junior. 15 to 12. It's still a 3-point game. This is the shades of the women's game all over again for the men right now.
Yeah, it is. It's a very close score, very close game, and and again, and to some degrees, it's almost like looking at these teams in the mirror again.
Foul on Isaiah Holman, junior guard. And this will bring up number 2, Jaquan Ross, to the line. He'll shoot 2, so a foul on 2 and 2. And Javante Long will take come in the game for Mason Roosh. So Mason Roosh will come out. 15 to 12, 102. Basket is good. First point of the game for Jaquan Ross. 15 to 13. Warriors will bring it back inbounds, led by number 23 of Ellaby. Sets it up to Holman. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Daniel, did you even give the keys to the game?
I did not.
Well, we'll do it here in just a second.
I think I was wrong either way.
We'll just see what your keys to the game were. The 1 of Vick sets inside to Mercer, turns it over by Ellaby. Ellaby will turn it over back to the Comets. Javante Long will carry it all the way to the zone. Off the basket, up and no good. Give it back to East Wake up the court. Mercer slams it in. Are you kidding me? You guys can't do that.
Getting a little overzealous here.
That'd have been a technical foul if I'd have been a referee. Totally fans jumping on the court while the action was going on. And a 3! Good job, Javante Long, for 3.
Oh, a deep 3 here. Oh, no good.
Wow, what a game. 17 to 15. Another crazy matchup here between these teams.
Another very close game. I expected this one to be a little closer as well. And so, so far they're delivering with that.
All right, your keys to the game.
Well,
after the first period.
I think another, like you said all along, it's another even matchup. I think this one's going to be a little bit more of a shootout. That's where I said I think I was wrong because to this point we haven't seen a whole lot of three-pointers, 1 maybe 2 per team. But I was expecting more of a shootout or a 3-point shootout. You got to feed the hot hands, but you got to be careful not to live and die by that three-pointer, and ultimately get inside and take smart shots and get open looks if the threes aren't falling.
There you go.
That's my keys there.
And your keys aren't working.
Yeah, right. So far they're not. They got me on this game.
We are ready for the second period. 8 minutes goes up on the scoreboard. Well, actually, it's still early, so your keys to the game could change things.
I don't think the fact that we have not seen many threes yet, I don't think that means we're not going to see many throughout the total of the game.
Rush puts it inbound to Freeman. To Ross. Back to Rush again. Inside to Freeman. Freeman will carry it on his own. Turns it over. Gives it back to East Wake. Julius Capoletti turns it over. Now back to Clayton. Freeman puts it in for 2. Big 3, B.J. Freeman. One of those players we call Big 3 because he goes for a lot of three-point shots as you've analyzed on before. But for this most part, he's the man leading the most points of the game at 10 or 8 points now for the Comets. And we're all tied even. 17-17. Look out. Oh, my God. That's not my laptop. That ball got airborne. Every time a laptop gets around my broadcast booth, I get worried. Vic. You're supposed to be the defender here. You're supposed to have my back.
It didn't quite get close enough.
Vic was there. A tip made it no good, and it's going to be Comets ball now. We're all tied even at 17. Freeman to Rush. Rush back to Freeman again. Freeman fakes, shoots, chives, goes inside the paint. Under the right basket. Oh, and fader up and in. And it's not going to count. Give it back to the Warriors. They'll turn it away. It's a Comets ball. Roosh to Freeman. Slamming. Yeah! Welcome to Comets basketball, baby.
Put the big boy.
You want to do that to us? We'll come back and return the favor to you. And what a man to do it than B.J. Freeman. And they have taken the lead, 19-17 at that. And you notice how our Comet hard hats composed themselves and didn't storm the court. 19-17, a 2-point game. What a matchup here. And it'll be East Wake putting it back inbounds, led by Capoletti. Capoletti back inside, gives it now to Credit. Credit with the ball. Looking now for Mercer inside the key. Now back up, running. It's going to be number 1, Vic. He'll put it in for 2. We're all tied up again now.
Ooh, heard the slap on that one.
That's a foul. I think it's on 22. Oh, foul on 34. Foul on Jackson Platt, 6'8", center, junior. And this will bring number 20, Elijah Sanders, to the line, 230, senior at 6'3". What a matchup, Daniel Moore.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
I was just about to say, you really don't know how important these free throws that these guys are getting here so far may be here by the end of the game. Just like with the ladies' game, it could come down to just a few points.
Both free throws good by Elijah Sanders, number 20. And turnover by East Wake. He gives it right back to Clayton Roosh up the court. Powers his way. Look inside to Javante Long over 3 players and scores.
Man.
Oh, what a move. Poetry in motion.
What an excellent play by Long.
Point guard, shooting guard, 6'1" senior. Jaquan Ross, and there was right there Javante Long there too.
And 3 defenders. 3 defenders. Just walked in on him.
And foul on number 2. And that is going to be Jaquan Ross. And this will bring that big man, that 6'8" player.
There he is.
Jackson Platts to the line. Jackson Platts to the line, and he will shoot 2. 23-19. He'll make his first. That's his first points of the game, too. 23-20. What a matchup. 5:30 remaining in the first half. Platts, Comet hard hats making noise, making a miss, and he misses it. Rebound comes by Freeman. So a one-shot foul made for Platts. Comets back with the rebound. Back with the ball. For 3! Jaquan Ross. Jaquan Ross from downtown. He's not stuttering. That's Daniel Anser on public address. Mercer to Crudup. Crudup trying to return the favor to 3, and he turns it over, gives it the Comets ball.